What has worked on other planets with this level of astral lawlessness to stop the destruction? We can tell that there are some planets that have had the destruction come to an end that did have this level of astral lawlessness.
I feel that feeling.
So we know it can be done.
That's true.
So here we remain, host lives, hosting teams of souls, attempting to inspire a divine miracle, and the host lives themselves have no legal standing under divine law, but the souls do.
That's true.
And good quality souls come in and they're trying to get a job done, and they come in and they're not properly equipped because the briefing manuals are incorrect.
That's true.
They're sent in to play a concerto, and they're sent into just mud flats, dry, caked mud flats, baked dry. It's hard to play a concerto in a mud flat without piano or building or water or food.
That's true.
Or supplies of any kind. For whom is the message, and why do you ask? And we see Gabriel again, Archangel Gabriel.
That's
and
true.
We know he's running some kinds of experiments, and the experiments are not in accordance with the rules that have been given to this community.
That's true.
This community has been told to definitely not open time portals.
That
and that
is
it's
true.
dangerous in this era of astral instability. And we're not pretending that we have Gabriel's resources, and so it's very possible that it's safe for him to do what he's doing in those experiments. True. We know Gabriel is running experiments that involve opening interdimensional portals.
That's true.
And particularly time portals, and he's an archangel, and he could be right, and we don't think we know better than he does. That's not what we're saying. We're just being shown that Archangel Gabriel is running experiments.
That's true.
For whom is the message, and why do you ask? They're asking how did Gabriel's experiments do that he ran here? Well, they didn't go very well.
No, that's true.
He ran an experiment with an ungrateful young man who seems
on ground zero,
who seems to think that previous gifts of grace will continue to arrive regardless of his ungrateful behavior.
That's true.
He seems to be pretending that because karma is delayed, it does not exist.
That's true.
And that's a common fallacy. And so we would very much like to see the karmic cycles shortened. And somebody recently has been suggesting that the unused guardian angelship be reassigned to work the bad tail of the bell curve.
That's
and
true.
Converge upon the worst of the worst, those who are most exhorting humanity to destroy the planet, and to just deliver instant karma to them exactly as the best of the best have already been receiving instant karma for probably their lives, because the best of the best have requested, somebody's asking why that would happen, the best of the best have requested instant karma in their pre-birth planning, and their guardian angels have agreed to provide that level of supervision.
That's true.
So please don't take away the instant karma from the best of the best, but if you were to provide it to the worst of the worst also, it might provide guidance to the center of the bell curve.
That's true.
That would be helpful. For whom is the message, and why do you ask? And again, they're talking about Gabriel's experiments. What is it? We don't see what Gabriel's experiments have to do with the person who's attempting to testify.
That's true.
They don't have anything to do with Gabriel's experiments other than potentially they are a subject of one of Gabriel's experiments, but they don't seem to be aware of that.
That's true.
For whom is the message, and why do you ask? We still see that soul who's testifying in that much higher dimension.
That's true.
And there's still a lot of cameras and microphones pointed at that soul interdimensionally in that much higher dimension. And we know we are not supposed to waste an opportunity, and it has the feel of a potential opportunity because of all of the publicity. And we know that this is similar to the experiment that Gabriel ran here this past spring and summer.
That's right.
Where he sent a lot of unwanted publicity our way.
That's true.
And it was unpleasant and disrespectful and offensive in almost every way.
That is true.
But it does seem to have increased the upward flow with regard to evacuating the even deeper, denser dimensions. We no longer have the blockages that were previously there.
That's true.
So it's been worth it in terms of the interdimensional effort. As miserable as it's been worth it.
No, that's right.
And it's possible that Gabriel is running a similar experiment right now with that tribunal. We don't know. It actually depends what happens next, because we know that that soul is telling the truth about things that really matter. And if it turns out well for that soul, then we would say that Gabriel's experiment was a success. If it turns out well for that soul, and there's a breakthrough in the observable levels of destruction so that destruction diminishes, something to stop the destruction, then it would be successful. So it actually matters what actually happens next. True. And we know the free will dance is alive and well, and that presences upstairs make free will choices just like humans on ground zero planet Earth.
That's true.
I guess it all depends, doesn't it? Isn't that what makes an experiment exciting? That we don't know? We don't actually know how it's going to turn out. For him is the message. And why do you ask? I think they're waiting for somebody to say something who isn't going to say it.
That could be what this feeling is.
Yeah, I think you guys are waiting for somebody to say something, but that person isn't going to say it. They don't want to say it. They don't want to be the one to pay the price, and it's understandable, because right now whistleblowers are still paying high prices to blow whistles. That's the reality. We must all stop ignoring corruption. We must all stop ignoring the lies. We must all stop lying. This isn't a joke. This isn't a drill. All life is collapsing as a result of the collapse of integrity. It's actually happening. It's actually happening. Pretending that karma is delayed doesn't make karma go away. Pretending someone else is going to solve the big problems seems to do nothing whatsoever in terms of getting somebody else to solve the big problems.
That's true.
What now? Well, I can tell the microphones and cameras are still running. Does that soul have anything else to say? Like, give them a chance. Let's not be the one to cut them off. What else do we say? What else needs to be said? Well, we've already said how the data is incorrect, the briefing manuals are wrong, and higher dimensions are more and more disconnected from realities. We've talked about the astral lawlessness, the disconnect from souls that lives experience, and the disconnect from lives that souls experience. And we talked about the guardian angels up anchoring. We've talked about the astral lawlessness, and we've talked about the destruction and how you can't play a concerto when you're sent in to play a concerto and there's mud flats, dry caked mud flats, no food, no water, no piano, no concert hall, nothing.
Yeah, that's right.
For him is the message. And why do you ask? Please may we have a divine miracle to stop the destruction and maybe put planet Earth back the way we found it. just put it back. We can tell that it was a beautiful place, forested land masses.
That's true.
And then the spirit world arrived and picked humanity over bonobos, and that decision's been questioned, but it is the decision that was made.
That's true.
And now we have a broken, burning, bleeding planet, and humanity's not stopping. Please, what now to put planet Earth back the way we found it?